Which, by the way, guys, you didn't send us anything. Nothing!
Nope, no intro?
Yeah.
Sad face. Just be like, nope.
Seriously?
Also, if you could send more intros.
Intros would be awesome. You send us some questions and an intro.
Oh my god.
Submissions from you guys.
I've yelled at you
Actually,
twice.
there's something I wanted to say about the intro. We actually had that intro submitted, and it was by a user, and it's really awesome. And we've been submitting more
definitely.
intros. Yeah,
That was an awesome intro.
I love the intro.
So we're just gonna have that fade in.
We loved it, and that's actually a really cool intro. I was
I feel like we should wrap up before it gets too crazy.
Well, I guess he was making a point.
I think
Hello,
he's trying
and
to tell
welcome
us something.
to another episode of the Latecomers Podcast. With us tonight, we have Becka, Brian, Jason, Nick, and yours truly, Kyle. Everybody, go!
Hello, hello.
Yeah, so he was definitely making a point about how we should probably stop asking for intros and stuff.
Yeah, I think he's trying to tell us something, but I don't know what it is.
Maybe
I
we
can't
should
believe
bring
we've
up more
asked
things
for
about the
that many
intros.
times.
I don't know. We probably could use a couple more intros.
Just scatter that throughout the podcast.
Subliminal messages.
It's not very subliminal when you just straight up ask for it.
Bliminal messages.
Do not send us podcast intros.
Let's see how that
Reverse
works.
psychology.
Well, if the subliminal messages don't work, gotta go with reverse psychology.
We didn't give the subliminal messages a chance, we just went straight, cancelled it,
We're just all the messages.
just constantly. Podcasts,
Intros.
messages, intros, questions, no questions.
Intro questions?
What?
Anyway, so I have a little bone to pick with last episode after listening to that. People were rather rude about the great country of England, well, of the United Kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not pleased by it. Just because there weren't any Brits there to defend it, you just thought you could make up all this bullshit.
The storm drums are rolling. I can feel it coming this way.
So, first of all, you talked about how the only news we have is the royal baby and all of that shit. No
Well,
one gives a
before-
shit about the royal baby.
Nobody
No one
gives a
can
shit.
care.
But that's the
We-
only news that
Yeah,
comes
but
out of
we
the
don't
UK.
We don't
At least
have news
USA.
about that here. So it's foreigners care more about it than we do. Well, you may not care about it, but you hear about it more than we do. I've literally heard nothing about it since the day it was born. I just happened to see a thing on the paper saying, baby. I was like, no. Good.
It's like everything from the National Enquirer to CNN, royal baby.
I think
Yeah,
my favorite
it's-
headline was just "Woman has baby."
It's pretty much everywhere on the news, and it's terrible.
I would have to disagree. I mean, it was a big news when the kid was born, but I haven't seen anything much of it lately.
Yeah, not lately, but when it was born, yeah.
Yeah, I literally just saw like one article on it on the day it was born. So all of you foreigners with your weird obsession with the royal family need to get over yourselves.
I don't think it's the royal family we have obsession with. It's gossip.
No, there's some people who are definitely like really obsessed with the royal family, like Anglophiles or whatever the fuck you call them.
Anglophiles?
Yeah, something like
I mean,
that.
I want a feudalistic lord title or something, but I mean, you know, who doesn't?
But yeah,
so
no one
then,
gives a shit.
yeah. Then also, you took the piss out of the courts that we have here because they still wear wigs. One, I don't see how that matters at all. And two, it's just we have this little thing called tradition.
But
And-
why?
It doesn't matter. It's
Why
not
not?
like,
You
oh
can't
lord,
say
their
that. You're
laws
like
are
10
inadequate
years
because they
old.
wear hats.
What does it matter if they wear... They don't wear hats, they wear wigs.
Wigs, whatever.
But it's just tradition. It's just we're an old nation. We have traditions. Rather than being 20 years old and all being like 5-year-old kids, we actually have things that we remember and stick to. If they don't fuck shit up, then why bother changing it?
I wasn't saying like, you know, they wear wigs. I can't trust their judgments because they look funny. I was just saying, well, hey, you know, that's really weird. They still wear wigs.
1700s
weird.
or something.
If
It's not weird
someone
because
was
you
to-
live there.
If someone was to wear a powdered wig, why should we stop them?
If they were walking around in the streets of it, fair enough. But
I do have to agree with the Brits on this one. I mean, it's part of their tradition. Big deal. You know, it's what they do.
Thank you, Jason.
We appreciate that.
I don't know. I think it's weird.
Nah.
I'm not bashing it. It's just I think it's weird.
Why is it weird?
I just don't get it. I understand it's tradition, but I mean, so was the stockades. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, but it was just a symbol.
But we
of,
missed
like,
the
their
stockades.
status. It's a symbol of the judges, what they wear.
Isn't that what the title judge is?
Well, no, I
The
mean, I get
symbol?
it, because
No, that's
even
the
American
title.
judges still wear the full long black robe and all that stuff. That's as much tradition as anything else.
That's like saying a doctor's not a doctor if he's not wearing a big white lab coat.
I didn't say he's not a judge if he doesn't wear the wig. I just said it's a symbol of the status. I didn't say if he doesn't
that's
have
what
a wig,
the
he can't
title
be a
is
judge.
for.
No,
That's
it's
what the
not. The
title's
title's
for.
the title.
No, the traditional part is as much as where the judge's seat is in the middle of everyone else. I get
Yeah,
I
all
get
of
the
these
traditional
things.
part of the wig. It just looks funny to someone who's not used to it.
Oh, it looks funny. I'm not denying that, but
Can we just change tradition? Jason, we're going to change Canadian tradition.
Yes.
All our judges have to dress up as Disney princesses.
I'm not quite sure that's how tradition works.
Yeah.
Why not? We'll start the tradition.
New things are not
I'm
really
sure that's
tradition.
gonna catch on.
But that's the thing. They are traditions if they're done for a long time. I'm sure judges didn't always wear powdered wigs. If
From, like,
they
the
Officials
start,
dressing up like Disney princesses is something they do in private. That's a government official kind of thing.
Cheeky.
True that.
but it's just the sort of thing is you say it's tradition, but it wasn't tradition at some point, so it had to start
Well, neither were
somewhere.
pants, but for God's sakes, I'm not going to stop wearing them.
What?
People
So
didn't
what-
always wear pants, but I wear pants all the time. Let the
I
judges wear
don't
their
think
funny
that's
hats.
tradition.
They're just funny.
I wouldn't say wearing trousers is a tradition.
You should
Well, I'm
try
not wearing a tunic.
You should try wearing shorts. They're comfortable in the summer.
Yeah.
Only sometimes here. Luckily this year there would have been. But I don't own any shorts, so...
I could have sworn you were going for a Pokemon joke there, but you just missed it.
Why? What would it have been?
In Pokemon, like, first generation games, there was a youngster kid, and when you talk to him, he says, I like wearing shorts that are comfy and easy to wear.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay. Good for you, Jason.
I am amazed
Dropping the
you know
knowledge.
that.
I don't know.
So,
Someone's a fan of the
Moving
Pokemon
on.
games.
Well, yeah.
another thing. Royal family. No, they don't really do anything. But they do bring in, like, as we said, the people who like to see the royal family and all of that shit. So bringing them and getting tourism and shit to bring us the monies. But
It's very true. I've been outside Buckingham Palace when there's like a ton of tourists there, and they go fucking nuts.
I've
They're
pissed
like,
in a bit.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
but
god.
so question on that with the way you termed that. You're saying the royal family brings in the tourists. As a tourist, if I was to go to England, go to Buckingham Palace, would I see the royal family?
Maybe.
No.
Okay,
There's
so
a
how?
slim possibility they might be chilling out.
But generally the answer is no. So how is it that they bring the tourism if I'm as a tourist go there and I don't see them?
Do you know how many
Because-
people go to Buckingham Palace on a daily basis? Like tourists?
Tons.
It's millions, like tons of them.
And it's a
Metric
tourist
doesn't-
attraction.
It doesn't matter
Because-
if they don't see them. They're outside the palace. That's like enough for them. Like
But
people
isn't,
go insane.
but isn't,
Also,
isn't
the
it
guards with funny
palace?
hats.
Yes, the guards with funny hats.
What'd you say, Brian?
I was going to say, but isn't then it's the palace that brings the tourists,
Yeah,
not the
but
royal
if
family?
there wasn't a royal family, it wouldn't be the palace.
Yeah.
It's
It
their
wa-
home. If there wasn't a royal family, it wouldn't be their home anymore. So it wouldn't be as...
No, but
Yes.
it would have been the home of the royal family in the
Oh, yeah, but
past.
there are
but-
lots of castles scattered across the place.
Yeah, because there's like near
And
me,
they're
there's
all
Windsor.
prime.
Wait, there's Windsor Castle near me. That's one of the other places she goes to live at some points. But no one... People go there, but I mean, it's not Buckingham Palace. That's their main thing. It's like places she has lived in the past. No one really cares that much.
How old is she, by the way?
Fucking like
Old.
500 years old.
She's so old.
See, I knew that, but
Just
Like, how old is
shriveled
that?
I have no idea. Gonna go with 82.
So she wasn't quite fucking Arthur.
She's
But she's old.
87.
Oh, that
I
was a
just
good
Googled-
guess.
I
She
just
got
googled
me on
it.
the phone when she was like teenager or 20.
She was really young. I think she was like, I want to say 20.
Wow, that is really young.
See,
I want to
said
say
20.
she was 20-ish.
I've got my knowledges.
I'm trying to find out.
Also, I'm not sure who it was who said that I wouldn't defend England. But whoever it is, you're a spastic. England is amazing. England is the best place ever.
Well, I mean, that's debatable. I
See,
don't know
that's
if
what I
it's the
said,
best.
Seth.
Not really.
I'm not saying it's bad, but I don't know if it's the best.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But, I don't know, it's a good place. A very good place. And then Tyler, this is to bone to pick with Tyler, he came out and said that it's not England which is shit, it's Reading. And Reading isn't shit, it's just Tyler lives in the slums, basically. He lives in a shithole.
Damn.
And, yeah. But even the bit which he lives in, it's nowhere near Detroit. I mean, there's still people living there. There are shops.
Okay, that was going to be my follow-up question.
There isn't just streaks of shit. Like, actually, there's probably some shit around Whitley. But, yeah, not the whole of Reading's a shithole. It's just a couple of bits of it. Where I live, amazing. We got, like, one of the top 5 schools in the country. Reading's, like, one of the best places to shop in the whole of England. It's a good town. It's a good town. Tyler just never experienced it because he's too busy with, like, his inbred family and stuff.
Oh,
Damn.
And finally, last bit, you were saying about how cops would be doing stuff with batons and shit. Cops do have guns. Our police have guns. Just not every single policeman has a gun. But I mean, we have a lot of like community patrol officers or some bullshit, which are like fake plastic police who have no powers whatsoever. And like, they can't arrest you and shit. It's fucking pointless.
so
But
they're,
proper police.
they're basically like our mall's rent-a-cops.
Yeah, they're not actual police. But
Okay, but say you get pulled over, that cop that pulls you over that has the car and everything, he's got a gun.
maybe.
So there's a chance for a robo-gun.
I mean, people get shotted and stuff. I mean, some soldier got his head chopped off in the middle of the street by some people, and the people who did it just got shot in the street. So, I mean,
Yeah, we just had a big gun thing here outside of in Toronto, where there was basically this troubled youth who was on a streetcar with this tiny little knife, and the cops responded and they ended up shooting him 9 times and then tasering him.
That's awesome.
Jeez.
Yeah, and he was the only one in the car. The streetcar was completely surrounded, and there were so many ways they could have done it. But yeah, they ended up shooting him, I believe it was 9 times, and then they tasered him.
I
It's
like
a
to
little
imagine the
excessive.
taser, was it like with comic
Yes.
timing too? So
It-
it's like boom, 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 boom. Tase.
No, it was it was a good 9 shots, like not all at once, but I believe it was one cop who did it too. I don't know. It's still like an ongoing investigation, but I mean, it's like in some cases you kind of wish the police didn't have guns because then the stupid things like that wouldn't happen. But
yeah.
but I can't put all the blame on the police. You're on a streetcar with a knife, and you've got a police pointing a gun at you, telling you to drop the knife. There's really only 2 ways, or 3 ways that it could go down. 1, you drop the knife and they arrest you. 2, they shoot you like they tell you they're going to. Or 3, one of the other non-lethal ways that they
Either
could
way,
technically
no
take
matter
you down.
what, you're
But I mean-
dropping the knife.
But yeah, I mean, a cop's got a gun to you. If you're not asking to be shot, you would drop the knife. And while I'm in no way defending the cop who did it, it's kind of like you can't put all the blame on the cop. The
I
victim
might
in
defend
this,
the cop.
well, not in this case. With everything else I've read, I wouldn't defend the cop at all. But I mean, it's like 9 times is really, really excessive, and it's just kind of the point. It's like, well, maybe the Britain route with not having all cops having a gun might be a good thing.
Well, here also, like, if police like shoot someone and stuff like that, there's like an inquiry into it to see if it was just and stuff.
Oh yeah,
so people are really deterred from doing it, and police get fucked up if they shoot people, and it's like slightly not justified.
Yeah, in this case, a lot of the times the police are kind of protected by the investigation unless it's like very, very bad and one-sided against them. They're usually it's kind of failure in the laws here, but like a lot of people are saying that the police officer, there's a chance that he's just going to get off scot-free after shooting the guy 9 times.
I don't know. He's got a knife.
Yeah,
I don't know.
One thing which
know,
is
with all that
stupid here is like if people are like burglaring your house or something like that, or there's someone in your house, like, and if you fuck them up, then you can get sent to prison and stuff. It's like people, because obviously some people have guns with like
not in
guns
Texas.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
was it castle defense laws or whatever the hell?
Well, what was that one whole myth that's, and I think it was actually proven true, or it was actually true, where the burglar was like crawling around the roof or something, and then fell through a skylight onto some old lady's kitchen table, and she had a knife there, and it like stabbed the guy, and he ended up suing her and winning over it.
What?
I remember there was a dialogue part of that in the movie Liar Liar with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it was. I heard that, and it was like one of those urban myths. But I thought I had read at some point that it was an actual thing that happened. And it's just like, well, that's kind of stupid that they're burgling your house, and you're basically supposed to just stand by and call the police and wait.
Not in Texas.
Yeah. It does make sense to be able to. I mean, you can use force. You can you're allowed to restrain them and stuff. But if you break bones and do stuff like that, you can get fucked up. And it really doesn't make sense for you can't defend your home and defend your family and stuff all that well.
Yeah, that just sounds stupid.
It is ridiculous that, if your house is being broken into, you can't really do anything because you might get sued by the guy that's breaking into your house.
Which is why you kill them. You can't be sued by a dead man.
Well, yeah, but you can go to prison, so...
Not in
go
Texas.
to prison for murder instead.
Yeah, here we've had, because a lot of farmers and stuff have guns, and, they've had their, houses broken into and they've shot the people and then had, 10, 12-year sentences and stuff. And it's just...
Well, yeah, didn't you watch the movie Hot Fuzz? Everyone and their grandmothers have guns. Or what is it? Everyone and their mums have guns, or something like that.
No, everyone and their grandmothers. Everyone and their grandmothers got guns. But laws are silly, guns are silly, bad people are silly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, is it really that hard for everyone just to live together?
Yes.
Peacefully?
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah, but it's like, I have no problem.
I have a brother and sister. I can tell you this: if we weren't related, one of them would be dead by now, at least.
I can agree with that. I've got a brother and sister too.
I just have a sister, but yeah, I agree.
I'm pretty sure I would be dead.
I've got 2 sisters and a brother. I fully well know where you're coming from.
Yeah, this is going to sound weird saying that my brother would kill me over it, but when we were really young, he had this teddy bear that he absolutely loved, and one day I got pissed off with him and I took it and hid it in a bag under my bed, and the next day everyone was trying to find it and I'd completely forgotten that I'd taken it, and everyone was super sad about it. My brother went and bought another teddy bear and stuff, and then 7 or 8 months later I found it under my bed and everyone flipped out at me and thought I'd just been hiding it the whole time.
Well, technically you were.
Well, yeah, but I didn't mean to. I don't get how I just completely forgot I'd done it. I just wiped it from my mind. Maybe that would make me the best criminal ever, because I won't show any sign of
You just forget about your crimes. You pass lie detectors because you'd be like, no, I didn't do it.
I was just gonna say that. That's probably the best way to get past the lie detector test is not remember you actually did the crime.
So just do every crime really drunk.
There you go.
You can't be bothered to have results show up on the test.
Yeah, I have so little emotion, nothing shows up on lie detectors anyway.
Well, if we're talking about stuff that was mentioned last week, Scotland was briefly brought up saying something about if it fell into a crater or something. You must not know, but Scotland is already in a crater. It's called Scotland.
Did not know that
Now you
at
do.
all.
Now you do know.
I figured it's
It's-
called Scotland because it was the land of the Scots, but I guess
No.
place made of crater also works.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm never going to Scotland.
Why?
You're very smart.
Because I know people who have moved to Scotland and they are not happy.
It
I've-
all
I've-
depends on where you go.
I've heard it's a nice place to visit.
All depends on where you go.
I can
There's some
imagine.
really nice parts, and there's some really shitty parts, like
I mean,
Glasgow.
I'm never going. I was about to say I'm never going to Glasgow.
You'll get
Fuck
fucked up in
that.
Glasgow.
Yeah,
I
you
would get
step
fucked up
into
in
Glasgow
Glasgow.
and you'll get stabbed.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really rough.
Oh,
it's like
I'll
So
have
you
to
can
keep
say
that
that
in
about
mind.
like bad parts of Dallas or something like that. There's bad
yeah, but
parts
this is
everywhere.
this is the whole city.
Yeah, it's a big place.
It's like gangs and stuff everywhere.
Like, I've been to Glasgow once, and as soon as they latch onto the fact that you're not from Glasgow, you're fucked.
I've heard some bad things.
Yeah.
No,
But,
note to self. Don't go
if
to
you-
Glasgow.
If you visit
Yeah.
Scotland, avoid the south.
Yeah, just jump.
Avoid the north because there's nothing there. Well, I'm like on
Except
the
for
northeast, kind of. I'm north-ish, but east is all like the city, like Aberdeen and stuff like that, and then the west is just like
Mountain.
grass and shit like that.
So you're saying, if I ever visit Scotland, basically go visit the city you're in? It's the only safe city?
Well, if it's not that it's the only safe one. North is pretty safe because there's fuck all there, but the west is really nice if you like scenery stuff and like really like quiet little places and stuff like that.
And Vikings.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Vikings.
and Vikings.
They just walk around there. Isn't there some island in Scotland where they just live as Vikings? I think I saw some TV thing about it. They just still pretend that they're Vikings and they like live like Vikings did, and it's a tourist place you can go to.
That's fucking awesome.
I have not heard of this. I'm curious.
Are you
I like
sure
to
you just weren't
imagine they
watching
go and still
Vikings?
raid buildings around them.
No, do you know the show Coast, where they just go around the coast of the UK, just visiting all these different places, and they like just move around it? My parents watch that because they're boring people. And I walked in one time, they were on this little island off of Scotland where it was just all Vikings. They, like,
That's
dressed as
amazing.
Vikings, had like
Why-
Viking huts.
Why don't I live there?
I'm just
Say,
imagining
it's like-
the wars
I am a
between
Viking.
like the British coast or the Scottish Coast Guard having to fight the Vikings trying to come ashore.
Yeah, they sail over to like the mainland and pillage villages and bring their loot back.
I need to find where this place is.
I can't remember for the life of me. It was a couple of years ago.
You couldn't make it there, Becca. There's no Wi-Fi.
That's very
Talking
true.
about it though, have any of you seen the show Vikings?
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
It is so damn good. So
I
good.
was gonna watch it on Love Film, but I cancelled my Love Film account.
Is it not on Netflix then? Because I watched all of mine on.
I think it was in the UK. It was just exclusive to Love Film.
Yeah.
I watched it on
Maybe.
the History Channel.
Yeah, that's where it originally was, which I don't get because it's like, I mean, fair enough, it follows historic premises and stuff, but
They're just cashing in on the whole kind of thing. It's like the Spartacus really kind of kicked off with it, and then Game of Thrones, violence and a little bit of tit.
yeah, but Vikings has like the best fight scenes I've ever seen in any movie or TV or anything. They're so well done, it's unreal.
Well, that's because they actually have fight scenes. Most of the other shows don't really have fight scenes. They have people swinging swords at one another, and then it kind of cuts away to their faces.
Game of Thrones has people run at each other and then
Yeah.
dead people on the floor.
But that's basically it. You don't actually see many fight scenes. At least not that I
Vikings is
remember.
brutal. You see like people get ripped apart and like limbs chopped off, and it's amazing. It sounds really sick, but
No, it's good. You're fine.
really good. If anyone listening hasn't seen it and you can watch it, I really suggest it.
I don't know, maybe.
I started watching and I got pretty into it. I thought it was pretty good.
It starts off slow, but every episode gets better and better as you go along. So I can't wait for the next series.
I really don't watch a lot of TV, like, at all, so I don't, maybe, I don't know.
I don't watch a lot of TV either.
I'm big on the series. If there's a series, I'll watch that.
I watch TV and movies all day, every day, because I have nothing else to do with my life.
The one show I never got into, and I watched a few of the first episodes of it, and I just didn't find it all that interesting, that everyone else seems to love, is Breaking Bad.
Never seen it.
I don't get it.
I watched the first season of that, and it was okay, but I just never got around to watching more of it.
I don't get it. I don't see the appeal of it. I'm sure some people think it's a great show. I don't see the appeal of it. It wasn't all that interesting to me.
I was really, really into it, and then like halfway through season 4, I just kind of stopped, and I don't know why. I didn't not like it. I just stopped, and then it took me ages to bring myself to watch the rest, and now I'm quite looking forward to the next series again.
It very well may be the type of thing that I'm going to have to go back and revisit, because, I mean, I watched the first couple episodes of Game of Thrones, wasn't really into it, and stopped watching it for a while, and then I went back and revisited it, and I ended up watching all of it, and I really like the show now. But, like, I'm kind of the same way with most of the mainstream shows, I'm going to call them, that everyone likes. Lost,
you hipster
24.
bastard.
I watched some of it, and I'm not all that interested in it. At least the first time around.
Lost never got me. My brother and dad, we had like every thing on DVD and stuff, and I've probably watched a total of like 15 episodes. It just sucked dick, in my opinion. But
yeah, I was never big on Lost or 24. I watched a couple episodes of Lost, but
I did hear they're bringing 24 back, though.
Yeah,
but I think it's just a short-term, like, little throw-off thing, isn't it?
I thought it was like a full new season.
That was like a mini-series.
24 just doesn't
like
appeal
12?
to me, the premise.
Yes, 12.
Well, you know what? You say it's just going to be a mini-series, but I mean, other shows have been built off mini-series. Look at Battlestar Galactica, for example. The whole new one. Yeah, the whole new one started out as a 2-episode, or what was it, 2 or 3 episode miniseries.
Yeah, but they've already had they've had seasons of 24, and now they're doing the opposite.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I mean, if they completely not reboot it, but do it in a slightly. Oh yeah, I'm starting to really hate the whole reboot everything. Let's take a show that's been done to death and reboot it in a different style. It seems to be the most common.
Did anybody watch when they did the redo of Knight Rider?
Nope.
Actually, yeah, I think I might have seen it. I watched so much stuff I can't remember.
Speaking of reboot, have you guys ever watched the show Reboot?
Yes, it's awesome.
I love that show. It's so good.
The thing is, I think it's a Canadian thing.
Because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It is such a good show.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing, Jason.
Watching it.
What's it about?
Basically, it's from the 90s, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it in the 90s? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just googled it. What the fuck?
And it's basically the whole like premise of it is inside your computer. There's this like city or like this. It's like a digital city, and it's all about like computers and.
Each person's computer is basically a city, and the citizens of the city are sprites and binomes, and
so Tron.
Actually, kind of.
Sorta.
Canadian
yeah.
Tron.
And
is it a children's show?
Yes.
Yeah. And computers are connected by the web, which is like basically space. It's like dark and scary and really big. And there's like monsters and stuff.
There's
so
pirates.
Good. Yeah, there's pirates.
This looks so weird.
And then the
It
villain
looks really
is
weird.
the villain is a virus called Megabyte.
and basically their overall god is something they call the user,
Which is us.
And he sends like games down to the city, and to go in and win these games, or like sectors of the city
So,
get destroyed?
like Wreck-It Ralph.
Kind of.
Sorta. It's hard to explain it. You have to watch it, and there's just so many
I
jokes in
can't
it.
promise that I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch this.
I think it is on Netflix for us.
I think I might pass.
Yeah.
No, it's
Although-
really, really good.
I have found a
Nah.
cool picture of Spider-Man.
Hey.
It's an armored Spider-Man.
And you know what?
with, like,
The Iron Spider.
Speaking of that, I have a bit of a bone
Amazing
to pick
Spider
about
Cleave.
that. Has anyone else seen the picture of Jamie Foxx as Electro for the new Spider-Man movie? He looks
Nope.
so stupid.
Yep.
Well, like he's supposed to be Electro in the new thing, and he looks so freaking
I'm
stupid.
finding it now.
I haven't
It
been
looks really stupid.
big on Spider-Man anyway, so I don't care.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he looks stupid.
I'll still go see the movie though.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely go see the movie because I liked the new Spider-Man movie that came out.
I
so
love
I
the new
wanna see the
Spider-Man
sequel.
movie.
You know, my biggest bone to pick with any of these superhero movies, why is it that every single movie, the hero has to reveal his secret identity to someone?
Because you do it.
Every single movie.
Because
I know I would.
you're
It's-
when the
Especially
person is
when
being them, then you're just kind of limited to them being in scenes on their own. You wouldn't have them interacting with anybody else.
Do you reckon
Well, but-
Frozone was modelled after Jamie Foxx? Not trying to be racist, but they do look very, very similar.
Where did that come from?
Because I was looking at Jamie Foxx Electro, and I was just like, damn, it's Frozone.
Where's my
Where's
super
my
suit?
super suit?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be LINKYDIDDLYDOO.
Yeah, but yeah, it's every single superhero movie. They seem to have to reveal their secret identity to their
It's
love
because that's what
interest.
real people would do. You couldn't keep that a secret.
Yeah,
Especially if it's going to get you some tail.
just got to get them bitches. Big booty bitches.
Clearly.
What's her name is way hotter than MJ ever thought about being, so.
Yeah, I don't like Kristen Dunst all that much as an actress.
Nah.
Don't even know which one she is. I know the name, but
She's the she's Mary Jane in the whole
oh yeah,
Jerry Maguire Spider-Man trilogy.
Yarp.
Yeah, MJ was meant to be in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but they cut her out of the movie.
Just
I don't blame them.
I can see why they did, but
So we
You
don't
know-
have to hear Spider-Man going, MJ, wah.
no, it's
Bastard.
this time it's gonna be Gwen Stacy. Wah.
I can handle that. Gwen's hot.
But do you guys know the Yogs cast?
I know of them. I don't watch
Yeah.
them.
I love
Yeah.
I
it.
realised today that Simon, who's one of the main guys, his name is Simon Lane. It sounds so much like Lois Lane.
So much as in they
Oh,
just have
no.
the same last
No,
name.
no, no. I forget poop brain fart. I thought that it was the other way around. I thought it was Lewis Lane.
Oh.
So I thought- No, that is the way it is, isn't it? Wait, let me just.
No.
I'm brain farting everywhere.
It's Simon Lane and Lewis, I think,
Lewis
Brindley.
Brindley or something. Cool. Yeah, I was brain farting earlier and I thought his name was Lewis Lane.
That would be pretty funny.
And then I unbrain farted and learned how to read.
Yay! Hooked on Phonics worked for him.
So that was a interesting story there from Nick.
That was amazing.
Becca, one of your thousands of topics.
What?
What?
Okay, does anybody here watch Bravest Warriors?
Yarp.
Nope.
No,
You all need to watch Bravest Warriors.
never
Okay.
heard of it.
It's
It's-
Catbug.
Yeah, it's where Catbug's from. It's on YouTube. It's made by the same people who make Adventure Time.
Oh,
And it's
God.
really good.
I hate
It's
it.
really good.
I mean,
I hate you.
I've
Yay.
been meaning I've been meaning to watch it ever since like Bernie first mentioned it a while
I
ago,
would
but I
say-
just have got around to it.
Bravest Warriors is better than Adventure Time, in my opinion.
I love them both, but Adventure Time still has my heart. But
I'm looking forward to being Puppy Cat though.
I love being Puppy Cat so far. I love
Yeah,
it.
just one episode, but
I
So
haven't
weird.
seen
It's
an
so
episode of
weird.
either of those.
But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, like if anybody who's listening hasn't seen it, it's on YouTube. They're really easy to watch, and you should watch them because they just released like a new cat bug video not too long ago, and it's freaking adorable.
yeah, just it's like a minute and a half long.
Yeah, it's so cute. I would always love you, Rebecca.
Anyway, this doesn't really work when only 2 people have seen it.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah,
I saw it just long enough because you linked the potato picture.
yeah, because you were like, what? Why are you a potato? But
I was so
We'll link-
confused.
we'll link that video.
So speaking of potatoes, you guys watch the Doctor Who announcement?
Yes.
Should I catch the relevance between that and potatoes?
Strax, the potato-looking Sontaran.
To be fair, the
butler.
new guy does look a bit like a potato.
Oh, okay.
I'm really excited for the new Doctor.
He's too creepy.
He's Scottish.
He's doubly creepy.
I don't watch Doctor Who, so I couldn't care less, to be honest.
Yeah, I have
I've
no
given
idea.
up on it.
Well,
You all suck.
You know what I just found out? Not
You're
only
gay?
is you wish. not
Yeah, I do.
not only was the new Doctor in the episode Fires of
Yeah.
Pompeii, I didn't know Amy Pond was in there too.
Yeah, they're both in the same episode.
I didn't know that. I just found that out.
I find it
A lot
so
of people
stupid
who are in
when
the show
the Doctor
have been in.
has already been in the show as a different character.
Doesn't matter.
So
no,
was
that
Amy-
was him
so
as
was
the
Amy
Doctor
Pond, though.
in front of the old Doctor, so that the Doctor would know
happens
that
a
that was the
lot.
Doctor.
You'll
Okay.
find them. They use a lot of the actors twice or
Foolish.
even more. It's the BBC. They only have so many
Oh.
actors.
We need
Well,
to
that-
link
that's-
that mashup.
Becca, you should totally go out.
Wait, what?
We need to,
You
know
should
that
join
mashup,
the
but-
British Broadcasting Company's actor pool. You too, Nate.
Yeah,
What?
with my voice range, I can pretty much play any character.
Well, that's like the one picture or the one saying I saw that you can watch any BBC British Broadcasting show, and you'll find someone who's been in Doctor Who in every
Yep.
show.
If you watch
It's
Game
true.
of Thrones, watching that is ridiculous. The amount of characters of actors I see in that who I've seen in other British shows is unbelievable. They've just like collected together every English actor and shoved them in one show.
Well, that's what happens when you do a British show, is you gotta get all the
Like-
British actors.
There's well, it's a lot of our actors are over in America pretending to be American. Like
And they're
Hugh
really good at
Laurie-
it.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie, the guy who does Homeland.
House.
Yeah, I'm just listing another person. I don't know his name, so I just there's loads of them.
It's
over
the
there.
ginger guy.
Yeah, the ginger dude with the weird name. But
Well,
yeah,
what can you say? British have good actors.
Yeah, we do.
thank you, Brian.
Well,
But,
I'm also biased. I absolutely hate American TV. So
Yeah. It's pretty
Eh.
bad.
It depends on what you're calling American TV.
Honey Boo
Yeah,
Boo.
because
No, that's not American TV. That's
Yes,
shit.
it is. That's
well,
American. That
it
is
is American too.
that
That
is
might
modern
be
American
TV that
TV.
comes out of that might be TV that comes out of America. I do not claim that. No one claims that.
You don't.
Honey Boo Boo does. Man, it's Honey Boo Boo.
I'll
You don't get
I'll-
the choice to claim it. It claims you.
All the people
I
that
do make the
apparently
choice to
love
claim
the
it,
show claim
and I
it.
don't claim
Canada.
it.
Canada are stuck with Justin Bieber. They don't want him.
Yeah. It's
Justin
like-
Bieber's from Canada?
Yes.
Yeah.
You sorry sons of bitches.
Yeah.
What have you done to us?
It's like how do you
I-
deal with
I-
One Direction?
I can't apologize
Yeah.
enough for that.
Yeah, we apologize to the entire world. Sorry.
We could
We
feed
don't-
him to Honey Boo Boo.
Becca, we don't have to apologise for One Direction considering all the other bands we've given it. I think we get a few free passes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very true.
We win at music.
We do.
Yeah, no, and Honey Boo Boo was only just one example of many, many, many
You
bad
can't just be
American
like,
TVs.
all right, here's
Yeah, they do
gossipy,
make
shitty
great
reality TV. That's reality TV. That's just a subsection of American TV.
That's
I
like
still-
that's like 70% of American TV now is reality TV.
That doesn't mean I watch 70% of it. I don't know a lot of people who watch any of those shows.
But you can't exclude it from being called American TV just because you don't watch it.
I can because I don't want to be associated with it.
I would do the
That's
same
like
thing if it was from England.
That's like Justin Bieber to us. We don't want anything to do with it, but we can't necessarily say, no, he's not Canadian. He is.
You know how it's like German history classes probably don't talk about the Nazis? I don't talk about reality TV. It never happened. It's not real.
There's some
Sure,
reality
they
TV
do,
shows out there that are really good. I like Top
Americans-
Chef.
Yeah,
That's-
we've been
that's-
watching Australian MasterChef for about half a year now, and I don't know why. Like every single night when we're eating our dinner, Australian MasterChef is on, and we're just watching it every day. And I don't.
We watch the American Master Chef, and it's stupid.
You are just really hating on American TV. I don't watch MasterChef.
You know what? I go back to times where I've watched the British versions of shows, and then I've watched the UK version or the US versions of shows. Sorry, and there's just no comparison to how much better the British version of the show is. A prime example in my books is Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares.
Never watched it.
To be fair, in America it's just crazy people. In England,
Yeah.
it was just people who are really bad at running restaurants.
Well, no, that's the whole point. Was that the whole premise of the show is that he goes in to help them restore and run a restaurant properly. And in the UK version of it, he does that. It's all about the restaurant and the people actually doing the jobs properly and all that. In the US version, it seems like it's all just the drama they can create between the
Yeah, that sounds about
the
right.
staff and what drama they can create. There's almost no time dedicated to the restaurant itself. It's all like, who can we make yell at who else type of thing.
I
That
did
is
see
reality
a
TV,
great.
though.
I did see a great clip from an American Kitchen Nightmares, where it's Gordon Ramsay goes up to these two people and he goes, "What seems to be the problem?" And one of them goes, "It's communication issues. We can't understand each other." And he goes, "You're both speaking English,"
No, that was Hell's Kitchen.
or it's something like that.
That was
But-
Hell's Kitchen. I remember that. It was Hell's
That's-
Kitchen, and
That's not quite how the quote goes, but it's amazing.
No. That's exactly how the quote goes. It was Hell's Kitchen, and it was the maitre d' was yelling at, I believe it was some guy from Texas.
Oh yeah.
And the Texas guy is like yelling at John Philippe, the maitre d', and it's all just kind of they're just kind of arguing back and forth. And he comes up to them saying, "What's the problem?" And he goes, "Well, it's communication." And he goes, "You're both bloody speaking English."
It's so good. It made me piss myself for like 5 minutes.
He comes out with some crackers, like, it's really funny.
Well, and you know what? With his Hell's Kitchen show, I liked the first several seasons. I thought it was great. And then it turned into the same thing with the U.S. Kitchen Nightmares. It's more about the drama than it is about what the
For
show's
God's
premise
sakes,
is
let's
about.
talk about something else.
I just need to bring up one last thing about this. The
Okay.
In-Betweeners. That is one of my favourite shows that has ever come out of England. America tried to redo it, and it is like pouring shit over my face trying to watch that. I watched
It
like
happens
half
a
an
lot with
episode,
British
and it
shows,
just
like-
cannot be done.
They did it with Skins, and I think they're going to try and do it with Misfits as well.
I've heard of none of these.
Skins is basically depressing teenagers fucking up their lives.
And taking drugs and shit like that.
Oh, there's
I
enough of those
include
shows
taking
already.
drugs and fucking up your life, Becca. I don't
Is it-
know
is
about
it-
You, but
Isn't Misfits the same thing, but they have like superpowers?
Kind of. It's a lot
Misfits-
better.
Misfits is being confused and having superpowers and just having to try and deal with that is what that show's
I
all about.
loved Misfits for like the first
really
couple
good.
seasons.
Then they
but-
got rid of somebody, and it went really.
They got rid of the best guy, basically.
so good. He made that show.
He was so fucking funny. Like, oh my god. I want to go
Becca's
back
about to
and
start
watch
making
it.
noises.
I've been seriously considering going back and
I'm
watching
getting
it the last couple
excited.
of days.
So it's basically like Game of Thrones. It's awesome, and then they get rid of your favorite character.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones does that every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got so many characters, it's alright. This has got like a 7 or so person show.
They started out with like 5 main characters, and they got rid of one,
Yeah.
and it was the best one, basically.
They tried adding in other people. No, just
Didn't
doesn't.
really work so much.
No one can have that level of charisma. He just made that show.
We should find a video with that character in it, and we'll link it
Yeah,
or something.
Just find all of his
And
best
then
bits.
you'll see what we mean. He's like the
And
best
then-
character.
And then
Link like
everyone
the
will-
worst video ever, like the worst of moments. Give
Save
his
me,
gaffes and
Barry.
stuff.
Save me, Barry.
I might be done for the rest of this podcast. I'm just going to be remembering bits of that show.
I'm going to be doing the same.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't, you really need to watch Misfits. So good.
By the way, the
Julia-
character we're talking about is called Nathan, and he's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
And now you spoiled it because everyone
Well,
knows who the
we're
guy is
already-
that gets lost.
We're going to
Yeah, way
the
to
thing
spoil
anyway,
the show
so...
now.
Now I'm not
Okay.
going to watch it because Nathan dies, damn it.
No,
He doesn't
Maybe.
die.
He disappears. He goes to college like Steve from Blue's Clues.
yeah, he goes to...
Plus-
If you knew these
This-
characters, then going to uni would be slightly...
Fucking miracle.
yeah. Basically, it doesn't matter. I'll start. The premise of the show is they're all kids in community... What the fuck's
Service.
it called? Community service. Because they're fucked up and done criminal shit. So, uni is not really their best option.
No. But it's
Well, they have
a really good
superpowers.
show.
They're going to do whatever they want anyway.
Oh, poop nuggets.
If you like good British humour and stuff like that, you'll love it.
Watch
John Oliver's awesome.
If you love British humour, watch Misfits and In-Betweeners.
So,
And
so,
just have orgasms all day.
speaking of humor shows and whatnot, has anyone seen any of the trailers for the show called The Crazy Ones?
Never
Nope.
heard of it.
Nope.
No.
It's this new show coming out starring Robin Williams and Sarah Jessica.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Gellar.
I've seen it.
Or what? No, it's not Sarah Jessica. What's her name?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, Sarah
Buffy.
Michelle Gellar. Yeah.
Just call her Buffy.
Yeah, it looks really funny.
I mean,
Hey.
just clicked on its IMDb. The description isn't exactly interesting. Follows Zach Cropper, a confident and charming copywriter of the ad agency run by Simon and his daughter.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
they're
That is the
basically
most
like it.
straight-laced, run-of-the-mill, just
Yep.
description
Can't say I'm
ever.
enthralled.
Yeah, you watch the trailer. It looks funny as hell. They're basically an ad agency, and they basically the what was it the one trailer that I saw, and this was of course right before I watched the Wolverine movie. It was in the theater, and it was all about them having to get what's her name, Kelly Clarkson, to do an ad for McDonald's. But then she wants to change her singing style to only sing about like sex. So that
Okay.
so
That
Robin
would totally
Williams.
sell McDonald's.
So Robin Williams and the other guy who was there, I don't recall who it was, get into this whole like rap thing about, like start this whole like sex rap about McDonald's, about like pickles between the buns and a meaty center, and it was absolutely hilarious.
One thing which has amazed me, did you hear about that movie 43?
Before you go into that, the one thing I want to say about Robin Williams,
Okay.
watch his stand-up, and like old stand-up, and then try and watch him in new Disney movies. You won't be able to keep a straight face.
Is it 23? Is it 43? I don't know. Whatever it is,
Is that-
you never want to.
Is it actually called Movie 43 or something like that?
Yeah, it's.
I've heard
it's
that's a pretty
Yeah.
bad movie.
Yeah, there is a movie called Movie 43, and from what
Yeah,
I
it's
remember,
43.
it was absolutely it bombed.
It's got like some of the worst ratings I've ever heard, but its cast is possibly the best cast in any film ever in history. It's got a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, yeah, its cast is like every major actor out there.
Yeah, I think they just literally went to all the agencies in Hollywood and just said, "Can we have all of your actors, please?"
Well,
Oh,
Like,
wow.
if you
just looking at the IMDb page for it, you got Dennis Quaid, Charlie Saxon, Seth MacFarlane, Hugh Jackson, Kate Winslet. Like it's a whole bunch of
It's like
everyone. Every main.
There is a lot of people in there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and it sounded like it was going to be pretty good, but then it just bombed.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, even Stephen Merchant, who is possibly one of the funniest people on the planet, apparently his bit's awful. Apparently it's the best bit in the film, but it's still awful, apparently.
Mm.
I love Stephen Merchant.
He's
so good,
great.
So good. Have you seen his stand-up?
No, I haven't.
I've seen a little bit of it.
I need to watch that.
It's amazing. He talks about this bit where it's like why he never has sex and stuff. And he like goes up to a fisheye lens camera and it's because this is what you see. And he takes off his camera and like just leers into this thing. And it is the most horrifying picture you'll ever imagine.
Oh my god. I need to watch this.
It's really good. I'll try. I think it's on YouTube. I'll find a link for it and put it in the LinkyDidDlyDoo if it is.
Yeah, back when Portal 2 came out, I was pretty happy when they decided to use him for the voice of Wheatley.
Yeah.
That was
oh my god, I love Wheatley.
He's so funny.
It's really funny.
Stephen Merchant, him, Ricky Gervais, and Carl Pilkington.
Oh my god,
amazing.
yes.
Oh my god.
Their old radio show they did.
Oh my god, yes. It's so funny.
I believe that Carl Pilkington actually had a job at one point. a proper job.
I would love to see a conversation between Carl Pilkington and Gavin.
Oh
I think that would be the greatest thing in the world.
Oh my god. I'm just imagining that in my head now.
Carl Pilkington is like a stupider version of Gavin. Because Gavin quite often knows what he's talking about, but he just can't phrase any of it.
Yeah.
Carl has no idea what he's saying and can't phrase any of it.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to find some Carl Pilkington videos to put in LinkyDidDly.
The one when he's like, do you ever wonder whether you control your body or your brain controls your body?
Yeah.
And they're just so stumped by it, and he goes off on like a 10-15 minute conversation with himself trying to describe what he means about it.
When he's like, he talked about when he was like trying to cast a movie, like he was like he had like ideas for a movie and he was just pumping them out. It was just funny.
Fuck. I saw a thing of him earlier today, and it's him on the set of extras, like doing behind the scenes. And it's like nothing happens, but it's still great. It's just him walking around being awkward. And like, it's him talking over footage of himself. So at like one point, they're just showing him like sitting against a wall just on his phone. And he's just talking about how like, everyone seemed to know each other. From previous work and stuff, so I just kind of sat here and did that thing where you pretend to be like on your phone, like texting and stuff. And look at me, look at that. No one knows what I'm doing. Everyone thinks, oh, Batman's busy texting. No.
I love him so much. He's so funny.
So great. He's a maniac.
Wow.
This is going to be one packed LinkyDidDlyDoo.
It really is.
That's our goal, is to see how many links we can get in there.
It's okay.
So just start
okay for us because we're not doing it.
About intros.
It's going to be the ongoing competition of how many links can we add into the podcast every week.
Quickly, what's the most obscure thing you can think about?
Poo in a cup of dogs.
What?
No.
Puppy.
I'm going to Google that.
Don't Google that. Are you crazy?
Poo in a... Oh, it autocorrected it, showing results instead for poop in a cup of dogs.
Oh, okay. No, that makes it better.
Why would you look that up?
It was the lack of pee that disturbed me.
There's just dog shit everywhere. Is what I'm pretty much.
Yeah, we definitely need to share that with people.
Is it at least like a how-to video? It's like, this is how you scoop up dog shit with a cup.
Well, for the videos, like when I
That should
googled
be
it,
a
the
video.
top 4 results are videos, and it's dog pooing in a cup, guy poops in a cup, poop in a cup, and dog poop and pee in a toilet.
Dog poops in the cup. Guy poops
And
in
then the first text one is dog pooping in a food bowl.
We really don't need to hear this.
Yeah, let's move away from
Let's
this.
just link to that Google search you did so that they can get the whole plethora of weird shit in the cup things.
Let's not.
There you go. Gave Tyler the link.
It's a hell of a link.
It is a hell of a link. It's a free line link. So questions. So I'm going to find questions now.
Oh, great.
Well, he's looking for questions.
Yeah, just.
I want to ask the audience something. Could you guys please make us more intros?
Sorry, Kyle. What was that? I don't think the audience knows what you're saying. Could you be a little more clear?
I think we need more intros.
I think you need to specify what that is, because I don't think people know.
Well, for the podcast, we like to do an introductory thing. Sometimes it's a song. It could be a poem. And we would like more of those from the community.
Please don't make a poem.
A
About
lovely
that.
haiku.
Okay.
A haiku about Becka twerking.
Haikus are
That is
cool.
what we're aiming for.
I don't think we've done this.
I will give a personal thank you if you write a poem about Becka, just to bug her.
Wait,
No.
one sec. Tyler, what the fuck is this question? I just came across Tyler's question. Would you rather die from drowning or being burnt alive?
What if I want to die
Really?
from both?
Probably
Nice
drowning.
question.
Okay,
Can I-
here's one from Luis. If you could pick a fight with a fictional character, who would you fight?
Master Chief.
You reckon you could take Master Chief?
I think I could take him.
You sure about that?
I mean, as long as he doesn't have to hit him or shoot at him.
I don't know, the number of times my Master Chief has died while in a playthrough, I'm pretty sure I could take him.
Did we do this? Would you rather be... Wait, did everyone answer? I don't think anyone answered, really.
No,
It was just
no
Master
answer.
Chief.
No.
I did.
That'll be no one.
We're all thinking of the
go.
weakest character we can find.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm thinking of trying to think of the puniest little character
Go
I
for
can
like
think
Scott
of.
Pilgrim. Oh no, he fucked people up, didn't he?
Oh,
I
come
could
on,
fuck
don't
him
go,
up.
Scott Pilgrim without a guitar.
I
Don't
could
go
fuck
for the
Scott Pilgrim
weakest.
up.
I'm thinking like Team Rocket. I could kick Team Rocket's ass.
who can't?
That's the point!
Yeah, you pick the weak one so you win.
Oh,
What
Master
sort
Chief.
of-
He punches you and his fist goes through the back of your head.
What sort of fight is that? That's like,
One, I'm
It's a
gonna
fight
win.
you win!
Yeah, it's
More
a good fight
importantly,
for
you
you.
live.
where's the
Kyle,
fun in it?
Kyle, we finally agree on something. You take James, I'll take Jesse. But we'll fuck him up.
Alright.
Team
Done.
Rocket blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Gaff can put down their cap.
Yeah, I'll just go with Scott Pilgrim as long as he doesn't have a guitar, for the sake of having to think.
What about his magical sword?
Nick's got a magical sword though,
Did
so
you?
it's alright.
I do actually have a big replica Aragon sword right next to
I thought you were gonna make a dick joke.
I thought so
me.
too.
I've got
sweet.
a.
Shutting doors and picking stuff up across.
This
the
is a
room.
clean podcast, Becca. I don't know why you would bring up dick jokes.
Yeah,
We
another
are
question.
clean and wholesome.
I'm not sure. I feel like we might have done this.
In
But
what
would you rather
universe
be
is this a
attacked by
clean
horse-sized
podcast?
duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Duck-sized horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easier to take a bunch of the tiny ones rather than just one giant one.
I think it'd be pretty easy to get to beat a bunch of little horses up. Because a big ass duck will fuck you up, man.
Yeah, it's a normal sized ducks are bad enough. You don't want a giant one.
There were ducks in my old neighborhood, and there was like a goose that led them around, and they would just maraud people's yards and eating flowers and chasing cars and shit.
Yeah, there was the elementary school I went to. There was a pond and near it and a bunch of ducks, and those were some angry ducks, man.
You'd think, fuck, we give you bread, be happy.
So, next question. From Electric
Yes.
Dan. What's the worst video game you've played?
Ooh. That's a rough one.
Mine's fairly
I don't
easy.
know. I don't know what you asked because my mum came in to tell me my room smells.
What's the worst video game you've played?
Oh,
For me,
Fuck, I
it's
can't remember.
for me it's Final Fantasy X2.
I don't know. That's
a bad game.
That's a tough one. I try to avoid terrible games in the first place.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, yeah, but have you ever have one of those games that you thought was going to be good, you played it, and it's like, well, this game just sucks.
And I don't know about that. I had
Fallout. If
what?
you're going off of that, I don't like Fallout.
What?
How?
Oh fuck!
I don't know. It's boring.
Them some fighting words.
Okay, well let me ask you this: do you play any RPG games or any like open
I've
world
played
roaming
through
games?
Oblivion about 10 times.
So you like Oblivion?
Yep, not a great fan of Skyrim, but that was mainly because I tried to run over a mountain about 20 times because I couldn't be bothered to walk around it and I just kept dying, so I gave up.
It's a different world when you don't have the skills that let you jump 40 fucking feet in the air and 50 feet out.
But yeah, I've played through Oblivion so many times on both Xbox and PC. I mean, I've still got it installed to my PC to this day. I was probably playing it like a week ago.
Then I am just befuddled as to how you don't like Fallout games.
Don't like any of them. New Vegas is the one I played most. I probably played about 5 or so hours in that.
Okay, and I'm only talking 3 in New Vegas, because I haven't played any of the old PC
Yeah, I
isometric
haven't.
views.
Yeah, same.
I have
same here.
all of them. I got a Steel Demon, bought all of them, thinking I'll play through them again. Well, not all of them. I got like 3 and below for really cheap, and the original ones suck dick. I like loaded them up, and I was like, nope, this isn't happening.
Okay, if you're talking like the original ones, I can see that. They don't look that fun, to be honest. But 3 in New Vegas are amazing. I absolutely love them.
If you two ever go onto the Fallout wiki, I want to let you know I feel sorry for whatever they do to your corpses, because they will drag you through the internet streets. They're like, oh,
I've tried
the
playing
original Fallout's there.
Tried playing Fallout 3 about 3 different times. Every time I just stopped. It just boring.
Well, so
There's
if you don't have an answer for the worst video game, ElectricDan's second question was, what's the worst film you've seen?
It's a movie with Hugh Jackman. It's called The Fountain, and you will hate your life. I dare you to watch the whole thing.
His M. Night Shyamalan's Dragon Ball movie was pretty terrible.
This is worse. You want to play a drinking game where you die of alcohol poisoning? You play this. Take a shot for every time you're confused, and take a shot for every time you want to stop watching the movie.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze. It was so bad I couldn't even laugh at it anymore. I just had to stop.
Like the live action one?
Yep.
That's an awesome movie.
No, it's not. It's abysmal.
It's awesome.
It's so bad.
It's so bad that it's awesome.
No, it's not.
That's like
It's
a cult
traumatized
classic.
me this whole time.
It's a cult classic.
Fucking sucks so bad.
But no, I didn't like the Dragon Ball movie. I didn't even watch most of it. I didn't bother watching the Avatar movie, or the Avatar Last Airbender movie, I should say.
Yeah,
we don't talk about that.
I never went to see the Avatar one, but I didn't need to know it was terrible.
I thought Avatar was a great movie, just not the Avatar Last Airbender.
Yeah.
That was a horrible movie. But no, the only movie I've actually ever walked out of a movie theater on was The Love Guru.
Jeez. That's fucking awful.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Me and my friend walked out of it after 15 minutes after Michael Myers had, or what's his name?
Mike Myers?
Mike Myers.
Was it Mike Myers? Yeah. Basically regurgitated every single joke he had already done in all his other movies within the first 15 minutes. Me and my friend walked out, and we exchanged our tickets to go see, Get Smart with Steve Carell. And I thought that was a great movie. But yeah, Love Guru was Love Guru is the only movie I've ever walked out on.
I did an English paper on Get Smart.
How'd it turn out?
I probably got like a C or something. Average, B, something like that.
Well,
English.
I think for me, the worst film I could remember not seeing, there probably is going to be others I just don't remember, was the movie £7 with Will Smith. fucking terrible. It was the most depressing
Haven't
film
seen
I've
that.
ever seen in my life. It was it was
Then you
awful.
haven't seen Bridge to Terabithia.
I have, and I still
That-
think this
Nothing
movie
is more depressing than that.
So is it bad just because it's depressing, or is it a bad movie and also it's
It's
depressing?
just a bad movie. The story is awful. Like Will Smith, he can act, but like it's just a terrible story, and there's plot holes, and oh my god, it was so bad.
So in other words, he did a good job acting. It was just a bad premise of a movie.
I mean, you could give Will Smith pretty much anything, and he's gonna act good, but it's gonna be shit because of the story and the stuff that he's given to work with.
It's like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't imagine a film where he's been bad in, but so many films that have been bad which he's in.
Yeah, like, oh god, what was it called? It was like the movie with
The one with snakes on a plane?
Jumper.
I liked
It
Jumper.
wasn't that bad. I liked Jumper.
That
It
was
got
a pretty good
ripped
one.
by
Nah.
a lot of people, but I actually quite enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
I like that one quite a bit.
I thought it was pretty neat.
Meh.
No, I know a lot of people who hate it. Like, we've got it on DVD in our house, and I'm the only person who will watch it.
My favorite part was when they're out there in the middle of, like, the sands of wherever the fuck. Bungfuck, blah, 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 blah. I messed that word up.
How'd you talk?
Bumfuck Egypt is what I meant to say. And they're just out there, and the dude's playing Halo 3, and it's that part, and I'm looking, it's like, tank beats everything. I know that part of the game. You go find that scene. I'm right.
Yeah, I'm sure people are gonna go do that.
They will.
Yeah.
This is the internet. There's one person out there with enough time on his hands.
Only one?
Give
Well,
or
I
take.
definitely have enough time, but I'm not going to go and do that.
Apparently it's Tyler.
There you go, Tyler. That was my obscure link.
Tyler's going to go find it, record that little section, and then put it up for the LinkyDiddy.
I have faith.
Although, it's probably always already somewhere on the internet.
So let's go to another question. BroNoodle asked, do you think animals know when we are around / recording them? And when we're not, do they speak English?
No.
No.
I think they know when we're around them, because they have,
I-
like, senses.
They know
I
when we're
definitely
around,
think
but
my
they don't
cat
speak
knows when I'm
English.
recording her, but I don't think she speaks English.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although,
no.
She speaks Kaish.
Yeah, no, my cat's the same way.
my dog understands some words, but more because of just getting used to them. But then I suppose that's how language works.
I
You
like to
just get
think
used to
animals
association.
speak like ancient Sumerian or something like that when we're not around. Like some really scary sounding evil language. Very guttural voices just scare the piss out of you.
Or they just speak in clicks.
That'd just be odd.
You think
Yeah,
like
it'll
the
be cool.
predator's chasing your ass.
Yeah, do you want to do one more and then call it then? How many questions have
Sure.
you done?
We've done like
We've
4.
done 3.
3? Okay. Let's go with Brunty023 asked, if you were a little sister for Bioshock, which of the Achievement Hunter members would be your big daddy?
Ryan.
Yeah, I'd say Ryan, actually.
either Ryan or Joe.
I'll listen to whatever the fuck he wants me to.
Ray. He's skilled enough to actually protect me.
Maybe. Although if it's on the PC, Ryan will be able to protect you.
Yeah.
It's still a shooter though, and that's still Ray.
Ryan.
If you're playing Bioshock to play it as a shooter, you're doing it wrong. You don't
Yeah.
do that.
If you're playing Bioshock and can't shoot, you're still going to be fucked though.
Not necessarily.
Just
played
because
through
you
the-
can shoot
Now,
in it
if-
doesn't make it a shooter.
If I was
I
being
played
defended in like Doom 2 or something, yeah, I'll give it to like Ryan or Jack.
Dishonored, it has guns, it's not a shooter.
I played the original Bioshock almost 100% using only Electrobolt and the wrench.
Nice. Wasn't there an achievement for just using the wrench?
I don't know. Is there? I don't know.
I thought there was like a really hardcore achievement for like only using the wrench.
It probably was. Sick bastards.
Yeah, it's probably like using the wrench on hard or something like that.
With no deaths.
Yeah, something like that.
No heals. Find all the collectibles.
I was going to play Dishonored, because I haven't played it yet, and I looked at it and saw all the achievements, and there's one which is for not killing anyone. And I went to go record myself doing it because I imagined I would rage like crazy, and I thought it could be actually quite entertaining. But my capture fucked up. But literally the first scene in my thing, I had no idea what I was doing, and I just killed the first enemy I came across. Because I had no idea what to do. But that achievement, I can imagine, is so hard. Trying to, like, I got further through the game, but God, that is hard. God, like 30 minutes in, I'd had to restart it like 20, 25 times or something.
Would you hate it if there was an achievement in a game that you could only ever get on your very first playthrough?
That would be terrible.
That would be
That would be
rough.
so frustrating. That would be the worst.
I don't like the idea of like very like sort of exclusive achievements like that. Like you only have like one chance to get them, and if you miss it, then too bad for you.
You only live once.
No, we're not doing that.
So
that would be the name of the achievement, YOLO.
So it's not one of the user questions, but just related to the last question, since it seemed like it was an overwhelming majority for Ryan. If Ryan was your big daddy, who would be the one Achievement Hunter character you wouldn't want to be him to fight against?
Wait, what?
Well, if you were the little sister and you had Ryan as your big daddy, who wouldn't you want to be the user?
Gavin.
From the Achievement Hunter cast.
Ray.
Gavin would do something diabolical and stupid.
Ray would kill me.
Yeah.
Well, Ray is defending me. Gavin's gonna do something stupid.
Not if I distract him with a Mavin.
Yeah.
You guys excited about that show?
Yes. It's gonna be great.
Sound a little more enthusiastic, Nick. Yeah.
I'm an enthusiastic guy.
It's gonna be great.
We're gonna
Fuck
have
you,
like
Becka.
a who can change their voice the most challenge between you and Lewis.
I can change it if I choose a little bit. It just takes so much effort.
Can you do a Godfather impression?
I've never seen The Godfather.
Oh, me neither.
Oh yeah,
that's what I was like.
So
yeah,
I could have literally done anything, and you would be like, "Oh, good, yeah."
And she did that
Yeah.
last time. Well, that's spot
I was
on.
like, yeah.
Really? Have you seen
I
it?
don't
No,
know
not
any
at all.
better. I was just being nice.
Yeah, Nick can get enthusiastic. I mean, me and him have had some good debates.
He's enthusiastic when he plays Halo. I'll give him that.
Or
Am I?
when
Yeah.
the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, he fucking jizzed everywhere.
Oh.
And you didn't even know it was coming out until I told you.
Yeah, somehow I'd missed it. I have no idea what was going on. Well, the gameplay trailer.
And that's
The
when
other
you
one
asked
I
me
knew.
to marry
The
you.
other one I knew was going on.
I was about to say, something's wrong if GameStop's there having plastered Grand Theft Auto tits everywhere.
We don't have GameStop, so
You have something. There's something there.
you also forget that for that I have to go out of my house.
He has to leave his bedroom for that. That's
He has to leave his bed.
Yeah, never mind leaving the house at all, or the bedroom. He has to leave his bed.
I'm so lazy these days, it's unbelievable. I
It's
just
what makes
make
you
up
special.
bullshit excuses non-stop to not go out with my friends.
Oh,
I hope none of them ever listen to this stuff. But, yeah. I'm a bad friend.
It's alright. You're a good friend. You're there on game night. That's what really matters.
Yeah. As if people wanted to come into my room, I'd be down. But everyone's always asking me to, like, go to places. Fucking weird people.
Everyone just has to come to you.
Yeah, I like people to come to me.
Cheeky.
To him, not on him, people. To him, not on him.
Well, I mean, other
I'm
than-
fine with them coming to me. I mean, on is preferable, but I mean, towards is like still is pretty good.
So, speaking of game night, we just had a good one, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yarp.
last night.
Yep, it was good. It went well.
And
We dominated shop.
what's coming up next week? Do we know yet?
I think it's going to be COD 4. I think so. Stick with that for now. But I mean, there's a slim possibility it might change. But for now, yeah, COD 4 is going to be next week. 11 p.m. GMT on Saturday.
No one knows GMT.
English
Roughly
people know
afternoon
GMT.
for Americans.
That's you UK
Six.
people.
6 p.m. EST.
Real people's time. 6 p.m. EST.
Well, actually, Brian, I will have you know that we set the standard for time.
And
So-
also that they're probably real people. I've seen them on Uvu.
Details.
Once
you
again,
worry
something-
too much about the details.
About the facts, Brian. The facts.
Okay. So before you two go into a massive rant/argument, we should probably wrap up. I don't know how long we've been going for, but I think
But
we're
Becca,
wrapped up.
We're probably about an hour and a half, yeah.
I'm being the responsible one, okay?
We've got
Wow.
to think of
Someone has to
Taylor here.
step up.
yes,
we have
Mom.
one of those here?
Yes, Mommy.
Don't call
We
me
could
that.
always do the pastry
Yeah, that'll make it
conversation.
awkward if you make a dirty joke later.
It really would.
So are we ending this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Oh, hashtag. Somebody's got to throw out a hashtag.
Hashtag Rebecca!
No one who's listened to this is going to get that unless they watch the links.
I don't care.
Watch the links.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's an added challenge. You're gonna have to watch the links to
By the way.
understand that.
And you've got to watch the links to know how it will be spelt. So,
Yeah. If you don't
True.
spell it correctly, it doesn't count.
Actually, do they spell it? Because it's just shouting, isn't it?
It has to be spelled a certain way for it to count.
You have to
Exactly like
guess
it is
how
on her
it's spelled.
Skype name.
You're gonna have to guess.
I'll give you a
Hashtag.
hint. There's more than 7 A's at the end of it.
Alright, so
That's
Bye.
it.
See you, folks.
Bye.
Penis.
Bye.
Bye.
penis.